So I was staying in Maryland for the weekend, I thought, and I figured I better double check the Amtrak schedule, and I found this Friday night. Their website said all the East Coast trains were canceled, but when I checked my particular train, it said it was still on schedule. But I figured I better switch to be safe, so I got up at 4:30 in the morning today to change to, this train leaving at 7 o'clock to take me back to New York City. So I thought the train was going to be packed, but I actually got two seats to myself. There weren't that many people on board. About halfway to New York, the view out my window shows the dark clouds really rolling in. For a while, I was worried that we might get stuck in the storm, but we made it into the city okay. Getting off the train doesn't go quite as smoothly as the rest of my trip so far. One of the escalators is closed, and the train station is just packed. My first attempt at getting on the subway to get home was foiled by the mall being closed down. Yeah, so this is my next shot at getting on the subway. And no luck here either. Locked up. So I finally found a street entrance to the subway, and it's not very crowded down here, and I didn't have to wait long for a train either. But I'm wondering if the train's going to be really full since it's going to be shut down in a couple of hours. But as it's going by me, I realize this train goes towards Brooklyn and Coney Island, which has actually been evacuated, or it's supposed to be evacuated later in the day. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that there are not very many people headed this direction. So there's not really anybody in the station, and the newsstand is closed. Up here, the turnstiles are all taped off. The only way to get in or out is through the door, which is propped open. And the service window has signs saying that the subway system's going to be closed down at noon, and they're actually letting people ride for free until then. I just missed out on that deal, I guess, because I actually had to pay to get down here. I made it back to my apartment a lot easier than I expected. I've been here about half an hour, and it has just started raining. It's raining pretty hard, but not any worse than some of the summer storms we've had so far this year. And now it's about 6:30. I decided to go for a walk down to the East River and see what it's looking like down there. There are a lot of police out. This car is broadcasting some kind of an announcement about the evacuation, but I can't really make out what they're saying, and nobody's paying much attention to them. The park's taped off too. I guess I'm not supposed to go in here, but I'm going to do it anyway. The East River Park falls in part of the Lower East Side that's supposed to be evacuated by 5 p.m. today, which is shown by the red areas on this map. The hurricane is still pretty far away from us here in New York, and I'm not the only one who has decided that it's safe to jump the tape.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, sure. There are a few people out with their rain gear on, but overall the streets and sidewalks are really deserted for a Saturday evening. It looks like all the stores and restaurants are shut up. Except for the sports bar. And it's crowded. And there's another bar across the street that looks like it's still open. And a little grocery as well. But here's a really reassuring sight. The fire department down the street from me is open, and they look like they're ready to go in there. Those guys are always ready to go. I wonder if they're going to be really busy tonight. I don't think it's supposed to hit our area until about 8 a.m. tomorrow, so maybe I'll get up early and see what's happening.